Oh, hi everyone. Sorry, I just had it on mute for a moment there, just because my daughter was making loads of noise. So um, she's gone to have a bath now with my wife. So anyway, I'm having a quiet day. I've just got back from a walk. Food's in the oven, and I just thought I'd see if anyone was around anyway. And I'm working on these Gene Stealer cult guys at the minute, in amongst some commissions that I'm doing, and yeah, because basically in when is it? In about just under a month now, I'm supposed to be going to a sort of a friendly tournament. I'm taking these guys with me, so in order to finish the list, I've got to get a few more of these finished. Um, yeah, there's not too much to paint actually at this point for the list, but rather than leaving it to the last second, I'm going to try and get them done now. Sort of going through these early steps at the minute, just getting these washes and things on. It all looks a bit of a mess in the minute, but they sort of come together at the end. And I've done quite a lot of these now, so I've got the scheme down, and they're quite fast, which is good. Um, but yeah, anyway, I was just having had a bit of a lazy day today. Been out for a walk with the kids, and everyone's back, and they're all playing, and I'm just having a bit of downtime doing this. So while everybody's occupied, hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, as I say, bit messy at the minute, but they do sort of come together once all the other bits are gone. It's just getting this initial wash on, and then over some of the colours, and then it will sort of start picking up the rest of it. Um, some of them are a little bit further along than others, but yeah, this is just me taking a bit of a break from. I just finished a big commission which went off, and I'm working on like two others at the moment. So I'm just taking a bit of downtime while I'm just to do my own stuff. Yeah, as I said, this is for an event up at Element Games in when is it? Sort of beginning of February, first weekend of February, I think it is. And the list isn't finished, so I want to get these. I need to finish off these last 10, and then I've got a couple of vehicles to do, and then it's all done. I'm good to go. And I was meant to go to this. I was meant to go to this event last year. I couldn't go for a few different reasons. One mainly being that I couldn't afford it straight after Christmas and stuff. I had a few other things that were more important. I'm determined to go this year, so um, I want to make sure I get this list all done. So it's not, as I said, not like a big old last minute rush at the end.
No, he's not. He's gonna go with you. Where's Mum's up? Yeah, where is Mum's?
Sorry about that. My two boys just came out making loads of. I don't know. You might be able to hear them still, but yeah, fighting all the time. But yeah, they're having an argument about something. So yeah, I've got this tournament I'm going to. These guys need to come, and I don't think I've actually played a game in maybe a year, something like that. So I don't think it's going to go very well, but it's fine. It's a friendly tournament. I'm not competitive. I don't care about winning anything. I'm there just for fun and to see people. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to do some homework and memorize all the rules and stuff for this because not only have I not played a game at all for about a year, I've never used my Gene Stealer Colts in a game ever. So it's sort of doubly difficult, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. Um, but I say I'm not competitive. I don't care about stuff like that. But it should be good. I've done it a couple of times before, and it was a fun thing to go to. So it's nice to actually see people and um, I'm quite my hobby stuff's quite sort of solitary for the most part. Um, so it's nice to actually meet up with real people in real life, rather than just talking to them online and stuff. Uh, what's that? Artie Boy VR. Hi. Well, hi to you too. Thank you for thank you for watching. Nothing super exciting. I'm just, yeah, as I said, just slowly working through these. Just nice to see if anyone's on. I think I put I put a link on the Instagram as well, so there might be some people seeing that at some point. I don't know if they're going to join, but um, these guys are very much in that sort of messy, um, sort of half finished, well, not even half finished, but that real messy, unattractive phase. So um, they do look a lot better when they're done. But at the same time, I'm not spending hundreds of hours on each one. They're sort of they're done. They're serviceable. They look nice and they'll do. When they're all together in a big group, they all sort of works quite nicely. And um, the thing is, with this having to have this many, I mean, for an army like this, you can't really spend too long on each one because you'll never get it done. I mean, you need minimum, like, I don't know, you could do like 100 of them, something like that. So you need to cut a few corners. Must be up to, yes, as I said, working some commissions and stuff. I have just finished filming like a proper, like a main video for the channel as well. So that'll hopefully be up in a couple of days. I've been sort of a bit neglecting it really. Just haven't had any time to get any filming done really for the last. It's been about I think 2 months now since I put a video up, so I'm sure it won't. The algorithm probably won't be very friendly to me when it does go up, but it's fine. But yeah, that video's finished and just need a little bit of editing and stuff, and then that'll be up. That'll be up soon. I'm sort of trying to make a point of being a bit more, trying to get things done a bit more regularly. Do you like doing this type of thing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's my hobby and sort of, well, a bit of partly a job as well. Bit of a part-time job, something I do on the side. But yeah, I do enjoy it. Yes, as I said, I'm not. They're not being particularly precious about it, but once all the other sort of layers are put on over the top, it will sort of make a bit more sense. I tend to spend a bit more time on stuff normally, be a bit more careful with what I'm doing, but with these guys, I'm not sort of too fussed really. I'll be happy with them when they're done, but there's no need. There's just no need to spend loads of time on them. In fact, have I got some? Have I got a few of the finished ones here? Might be able to show you. 1 second. If I can get to them underneath all this other stuff. So yeah, when they're done, they kind of they'll look a bit more. This is kind of what we're going for when they're done. But weirdly, this is the first one I ever painted actually. And then, but spending a bit more time on the characters and stuff and making them a little bit more special. So sort of putting the time in there. Yeah, as you see, there's a lot. There's quite a few here. It's getting there. It's getting there. Nice little collection. It's all sort of coming together. They're fun. They're fun to work on. I enjoy it. It's a nice, yeah, Gene Stealer Colt. It's a nice army to paint. You've got a lot of some. They're just nice. They're just fun to work on. Don't have to be too precious about it. And because just part of like what the army is or what their sort of their background and stuff. They're not meant to be all perfect and clean and tidy. So it can be mistakes are easily hidden and stuff. And as I'm painting for myself and not for somebody else, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to, as long as I'm happy with them, if that makes sense. Like if I was painting them for somebody else, I would be a bit more careful with them, you know. I'm just trying to avoid some of the ones that I've already put the some of the skin on. Just don't want I don't want to get all this wash all over that too much. Done a few of these sort of back to front. Really should have done this layer first, but I didn't have the paint at the time, so I kind of put the two on the side. I really should get back into the hobby. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you should. If you, it is fun. If you enjoy this sort of thing, then yeah, um, it's a fun hobby. You just need some downtime, you know, something relaxing to do. Yeah, I would recommend it. I'd recommend it to anyone really, just to give it a go. 'Cause you never know, you might, even if you've never tried it before, it might be something you really enjoy, and it's good fun. Um, and also from my experience, lots of very nice people. Yeah, my school had 140K as a club after school instead of other sports. Yeah, I mean, there's a few places I think near me that other schools that do it as well. So if it's something, yeah, if you look online, wherever it is you are, there's probably somewhere that does it. You know, you can meet up with the sort of groups all over the place. It's good fun. Do you think Citadel Color is good ink for beginners? So not ink, they're paints. It's acrylic paint. And yes, I would definitely recommend it as for beginners because it is very easily accessible, and 90% of like tutorials and stuff you'll find online and things use Citadel paints just because again they're sort of so common and needs to get hold of. So if you're just starting out, they're probably your best starting point, and then you can kind of maybe branch out from there. There's some other really good makes of paints. I am a big fan of these Monument Hobby ones, these sort of Pro Acryl. These are really good. Um, I would start, yeah, if you're just getting into it, stick to the maybe just go with the Citadel stuff just to start with, because again, it's easily easy to find, and if you're learning, it's a good place to start. But then you can kind of just branch out. There's lots of other good brands out there, and then just have a mix, have a bit of everything. They all have the pros and cons. Do you miss the metal figures? No, I don't. No, because the metal ones are uh, they're a pain. They can be a pain to work on. They chip and get damaged very easily, like really easily. But the plastic ones don't. And if you drop a metal one, it will. If it's in multiple pieces, it will shatter as well. They're just that's what I grew up on, those ones. And yeah, I wouldn't. I know that some people have a real nostalgia for it, but no. In terms of the actual practicality of working on them, no. No, plastic ones all the way. It's also mean plastic kits as well, far easier to convert and customize and stuff as well. Just much easier to work on. I wonder if any of my sets are worth more if I bought them in. Potentially, it depends what you've got. there's a big market for old stuff online. I mean, people collect it, and but I've literally just today, the thing I've been filming some. I'll show you quickly. I was going to kind of keep it to myself, but yeah, sort of filming, up, updating some of these old Delac ones. It's a very quick paint job, literally done over a couple of evenings. Like repainted an old Necromunda game that I had as a kid. Um, that'll be up on the channel sort of soonish, in a few days hopefully. But yeah, I wouldn't go back to paint metal models, no. Town space was quite exactly what units, but tanks for both armies and wars. Yeah, I mean, best thing to do is if you've got them and you want to sell them, whatever. I mean, just yeah, have a look on eBay and things. People do buy it. They do sort of pick up old stuff, collect them. So again, just to reiterate, I'm being very quick and rough at the moment. These will sort of be tidied up and everything later on. This is really just about getting these base colours done, and almost everything on these guys for this scheme is done with sort of washes and things, and so it all looks very messy at first, and then once it gets layered up afterwards, it will sort of make a bit more sense. Yeah, it was quite nice repainting those old Necromunda models that I did. I mean, I literally just did them over a couple of evenings like this week, and um, yeah, it was nice. I've had them since I was a kid, and they were in a bit of a not in a not in a very good way. The paint job wasn't particularly great, and they they'd been battered about and chipped and paint flaking off, and they just looked a complete mess. So that's a good opportunity just to have a little, give myself a little project and redo them. But yeah, quite nice. Well, quite nice to work on something like that. But as I say, I wouldn't want to do that all the time, working on those metal ones or even resin. I'm not that fan, not big a fan of, to be honest. But the resin's better than still better than to work on metal, I think personally. I'm sure there are lots of people who disagree with me, but and yeah, like this morning as well, I had to really sort of hold myself back from buying that um, Necron Nightbringer, because I really wanted to paint up for my Necron collection. I've got the old one again, another metal one, but that new model is so nice, and I had to kind of be sensible and tell myself I'm not going to buy it, and hold out for a while because already got too much stuff going on as it is. But I will get it, and I will paint it up. And the other one, whatever that other Necron thing was that got Going up for pre-order today as well. I haven't added to my Necrons for a long time. In fact, the last thing I think I did was the monolith that I've has been on the channel. That was a while back now. I think I finished that about a year ago now. I was quite happy actually. I entered that into a painting competition, the MPO Miniature Painting Open thing, the online one, and got a commended for it, which was quite nice. I wasn't really expecting to get anything, but yeah, I was quite happy with that. Sorry again. Stuck it on mute quickly just because my two boys are charging about. Very noisy. Do a little bit more painting. It's a bit too thin. Yeah, I quite like this method of doing stuff, like sort of using lots of washes and very thin down contrast paints and stuff, and then building up the colors, and then sort of layering up over the top of this. I think it works really well, and it's quick as well. So I'm not spending hours on it because using contrast paints and washes to do these base coats is far faster than just using normal paints and sitting blocking everything and all making everything all nice and tidy. I don't have to spend anywhere near as much time on it. Because yeah, once these like stuff like this, like the guns and stuff, I'll use some sponges and things, kind of stipple on color and then add some more washes over the top, and like to add sort of rust effects and things and dirt and grime and things and all that. So yeah, I think I've got these 10 to do. These 10, and then there's this list is these 10 and then two ridge runners. I've got one. I've got one that's built and ready to be painted, and the other one I'm going to have to buy at some point between now and this event. Buy it, get it, and paint it before. Which should be doable because I painted up. Hang on, actually, again, I can show you. This one I did not that long ago. See how much else a little bit dusty. And I need to do a couple more. Not these, not the Goliath truck, but the Ridge Runner. But the same. Yeah, I did this pretty much in again a couple of days, I think, all in all. Quite happy with it. I like the yellow and I was quite happy with that sort of the graffiti on there. I think it came out quite nicely. So yeah, it didn't take too long. So I think doing the other ones shouldn't be too bad either. I'm going to get them, knock them out relatively fast. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with that came out. This was a bit of an experiment doing the graffiti, but again, it's sort of it's done relatively fast. It's mainly done with the airbrush and lots of sponging and stuff, so it doesn't take forever. I'm not normally a fan of painting vehicles that much, but yeah, this was quite a fun one to work on. Right, where are we next? I need to get some of the silver needs to be black on the sky. But yeah, I think I have to wait maybe until next month to buy the other one. Kind of gone over my well, it's January, isn't it? No one's got any money in January. But yeah, that's sort of, I'm gonna have to get that done. Right, so we've got a few of these that need skin tone done. So I think it's only 3. I say this every time I do one of these lives. I need to reorganize these paints so I can actually find stuff, and I never do it. There we go. That's what we're after. I don't like. I don't like this phase, I have to say, because everything sort of looks. They don't look as good. They don't look great, you know. Sort of look very. You got to sort of push through, you know. Just get worried I kind of messed it up, but and then we need a bit of a purple in there as well. Mm. Again, I need to reorganize this stuff. Hey man, long time to see. Hope you had a good Christmas. Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm very well. Yeah, Christmas was nice. Uh, very kind of hectic, but yeah, but it was good. It was good. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a huge amount of time off, but it was nice. I saw lots of family and stuff, and it was good. It was nice. Yeah, a very quiet New Year. I didn't even make it to midnight this year, so nothing that exciting. But yeah, it was good. It was nice. What about you? Did you have a nice? You had a nice break? Yeah, I was saying earlier that I'm kind of like I've been neglecting things over here a little bit for the last couple of months. I'm trying. I'm sort of my is it a resolution? I don't know. Although my goal for this year is to kind of just basically try to grow all this a little bit more and spend a bit more time on it. Not let things slip quite as much as they did late last year. Yeah, I should have managed to get 2 weeks off. That's very nice. Yeah, I could have done with that. Um, unfortunately, well, not yeah. My sort of the main job, the full time job, um, relatively small team, and one of the other guys had a few issues with this holiday and stuff last year and stuff, and getting time off and whatever. And so I said to him, well, I was off the Christmas before and stuff, so I said, well, you book your time off, and then I'll kind of work around what you're doing. and yeah, which is fine. I mean, it's not a problem, but yeah, it's kind of like as a result, I wasn't able to get the full bit off. I was trying to just really get the those few days before Christmas and New Year off, but yeah, it just didn't happen. But it's fine. I had a nice break. But yeah, again, going back to this, they're just the skin tones and all of this. I'm not spending hours and hours on each one. They're very rushed. Well, not rushed. They're kind of just they're basic. They're rough. They will get some highlights and stuff in them, but yeah, they're not going to be. They're not sort of been done to any kind of real amazing level or anything. They're enough. The skin's enough. You can see the detail from a distance, so it will do. I did the lion model, the Spectral Wars colour over Christmas. I'll have. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yes, yeah. I'd like to see it. Send me some pictures. I'd definitely be interested in seeing it. Because obviously you've mentioned it to me a couple of times. That was the plan, and yeah, that's all good. I'd definitely be interested in seeing him. It was nice seeing anything done in my scheme, but especially like a character like that would be great. Yeah, all for that. That would be nice to see. So yeah, either send them on Instagram or on Discord or whatever. Yeah, definitely want to see it. Yeah, again, I was just just going back to that, just sort of that's my plan, is to spend a bit more time doing the YouTube stuff and doing the commissions have been that's the bit that's been taking up most of my time. You see, this thing outside, which is great. Obviously, I'm not knocking that. That's great, and I've had a reasonable. I think considering the website's not been up for that long, I think I've done a reasonably good number of people that have sort of got in touch through it and to get quotes and things, um, and it's been keeping me busy. So yeah, the sort of the end game sort of goal is to get to a point where that tips over and I can do that, focus all my time on this and the commissions and stuff rather than actually as the full-time job. I mean, you never know. The chances are pretty slim, but it's if I work at it, it's possible. So yeah, this is the year. We'll put some real effort in. Sounds good. I take it you got the commission. The Space Wars finished. Yes, they went home. I believe that they were done through a different studio, so I don't have any contact with the owner. But I was told that yes, they're very happy with them. Um, there was a bit of confusion over the sort of the transfers, like the decals that are going on them, which I didn't add because we didn't add them to the batch that was done previously. So they need to be added. So I need to send them back. So the guy's actually got them at the moment, who runs the studio that I painted them for. I need to send them over and he's going to stick them on. So once it's all done, then they get ticked off the list and I can get paid. But the work's done, and yeah, he seemed to be very happy with them, which is great. But again, that shouldn't have taken as long as it did. It's just circumstances at the time, just kind of yeah, been a bit of a busy period. But yes, I was happy with them actually. I thought they came out quite nicely. But it's always nice to kind of get one of those projects done and out the door, and then I can move on to the next thing. I don't like to keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's nice to have something different to work on. So I've got a few other things that are sort of I can't show because I'm sort of doing them for other people, but I've got I'm starting, where are we? I'm starting this one this week on top of the other bits, which is, this is one that's come through my site. So it wants doing these 2 salamanders characters. So this one's obviously on more bits still, but yeah, this guy, the new one. So doing those 2, but in a sort of custom scheme, so not the standard salamanders one. And again, I've had that sort of, I wanted to get the start on that for a while, but I was kind of just waiting to get these other ones out of the way. So and I feel a bit bad about that because I've sort of, he's been waiting for a bit, but he was fine. He didn't seem to be too, he wasn't worried about the time frame. So which is why that kind of got put a little bit on the back burner. But I'm quite looking forward to starting that. I've got it in my head what they're going to look like, and yeah, I'm going to kind of go through that. Oh, the new one, yeah, newer one, yeah. But yeah, there's he's got a, explain this. So he has multiple Space Marine armies, but all done in this sort of same or similar colors, so that he can kind of have, he can play them however he likes, if that makes sense. So like all the generic stuff like the intercessors and things, he can then, with the same color scheme, then he can then have like Dark Angels or Space Wolves or Blood Angels or whatever, and then kind of like add in like the specialist units and things and the characters and stuff like that. So they're all kind of painted the same sort of scheme, then he can chop and change depending on what he wants to do, which I thought was quite a nice idea. And we were sort of just discussing what he wants to do with these ones with the salamanders. So I'm not gonna say anything just until it's still started, because it could change, but it's quite a nice idea actually, because it means that you get sort of multiple armies, and then depending on how he wants to play them, it's quite a nice idea, I thought, anyway. But as I say, I'm not gonna say exactly what I'm gonna do with them just a moment. I've got it in my head, but I need to show him what the scheme as I'm kind of working on it, and see how he feels about it. Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm going to film for that one as well. Yeah, that's going to be. I'm going to, because again, it's quite an interesting idea, and it's nice to kind of show something a bit different. So it's not going to just be, here's how to do salamanders sort of thing, So it won't necessarily be a tutorial. It might just be sort of, well, yeah, potentially a tutorial, but like more just showing what I'm up to. Yeah, he was happy for me to film it, so I'm gonna do that. And then I've got a load. I said there's a load of. I've got a few others I'm working on at the moment, but I can't show those because they're doing them for. Just keeping them to one side for the time being. Yeah, it's busy, which is great. Not complaining. It's good to be busy. And yeah, going back to that whole thing about that sort of goal for this year, it also sort of coincides. Well, a large part of it is that I'm kind of I'm not particularly enjoying the full-time job at the moment, and the place I work, it's all sort of. I think I'm at a point where I need to make a decision about what I'm doing, and I think I don't. Well, I know I don't want to stay there anymore. So it's either I've got to work out what the plan is. So I'm going to have to find another job, whatever it may be. I'm just trying to work out what I could do. I've been at the same place for like, how long have I been there? Just over 3 years now, three and a bit, and I think it's run its course, it's time to start looking for something else. And well, as much as I'd like to, I'd love to do this as the full-time thing, but I'm not at that stage yet, If it was just me, or if the kids weren't there and all that sort of stuff, it was just if I was slightly different, but I'm just not in the position to do it at the moment. But it's the goal, something to work towards. So I think it might have to be another sort of engineering job for the time being. But I've definitely made my mind up. I'm not staying where I am. And that's always that's not something I particularly enjoy. That sort of job hunting thing. I was at my the place before where I am now. I was there for 13 years, I think, before I started to jump ship. But something to work towards, isn't it? It's always good to have something to work towards. So what else is it? So I've got to. I think the main one is to get the YouTube channel sort of like running again properly and actually have more regular stuff on there. That's the main thing. In terms of stuff that's getting neglected, because the commission stuff's not getting neglected. That's fine. I'm working away at those, and I just want to kind of get that. I had really good intentions of like doing like one video a week and all that sort of stuff, but God, it takes time. So that's the main thing. Get that back up on and running again this year, and really put some effort in. Oh, right. I think I have to disappear because my daughter's just come down from the bath and she's gonna want to see me. So I'm gonna go. But thanks very much for joining me again. Just a relatively quiet one, and I'll try and get back on soon and stuff. And thanks very much for joining. I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.